Woodward Sports, let's go!
Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
Welcome. It is the Morning Woodward Show live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us this morning. Fish is already running around the studio. It's just one of those days. It's a Thursday.
Gonna be a damn good day, baby.
Gonna be a good night. We got Terry Foster coming in at 9 o'clock today. Lots of stuff to talk about before then. Tim Pearce, the local Birmingham guy that is in the PGA Championship, is going to join us about 8:40. But first, just want to thank you guys for being a part of the show, participating, and watching us on the Woodward Sports Network. Let me introduce you to the crew this morning. To my right,
what up, though? It's Corey.
and to my left,
It is Joey. What up?
what up? And then Adam today is our producer. Alex is out due to the state championship games in baseball. Alex is producing that.
Nice.
And then we have Fish over in the
I
sound
really
booth.
wish today was Friday because we got a lot of people screaming at each other.
Yeah.
Because we love you, Fish.
Yep.
That's why we're
Don't
so
let people know behind the curtain how much we hate each other, Fish.
I'll try not to. But I just think people. It's we got 2 minutes left and we got people just screaming at each other. I wish it was Friday.
Okay, look, let me just break the ice. I took Sticks breakfast this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Adam's angry at me. Mikey TikTok comes in. He gets pissed off at people. It's
One of them days, Fish.
One of them days.
yes.
That's what happens when LeBron James hits a game-winning shot.
That's what
the
it
world
is.
goes
Okay.
to shit. That's
Okay.
exactly what happens.
Hey, can I intro this topic, actually?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to have the honor of introing this topic because if I'm not mistaken, I'm looking at my prep right now, and it says from yesterday some topics about around the game. LeBron gets LeBeat, and I'm pretty sure LeBron didn't get LeBeat, Stick.
Listen, man, I was prepping for whether they won or they lost. And clearly they won. And to me, whatever. I mean, you don't get credit for shit you're supposed to do.
Just the GOAT
And-
right here. Where you at?
Yeah.
Halo over the GOAT right
put
there,
your
baby.
hand on the back
Where-
of his
where's
head.
the GOAT?
The GOAT.
I don't see Jordan back
It
there.
could have been Steph Curry, but he ain't a closer, unfortunately.
Yeah, so.
He ain't a closer yesterday. Let me just preface this because this was the worst game I have ever watched in basketball. They don't deserve this win.
Yeah, well, LeBron doesn't deserve the win either, but they got the win.
That's what I'm saying.
Which game did y'all watch? That game was incredible.
No, the Lakers, that was the worst basketball I have ever watched in my life.
from the Lakers? Oh, the
Andre
Lakers,
Drummond
yeah.
could take his ass and go play at freaking, I don't know where, but that was awful.
And also, it was another AD that was awful, too. Anthony Davis. Draymond Green for, 3.5 quarters, pretty much all game, virtually took him out. Yeah, he scored 25 points, but he worked for every damn one of them points.
Well, let's look at some of the action from last night. I mean, Steph Curry had a big shot going into halftime to put the Golden State Warriors up 13, and here's Steph Curry draining threes.
Man, that's a nice
Here's
three.
Steph Curry
That's a
draining
nice
threes.
three. Look at that. It was so good you didn't even see it. Dude, that's the thing about Steph Curry, man. When this guy shoots the ball, me being a LeBron fan, not even a Lakers fan, me being a LeBron fan and him going against the team, it is just scary. Anytime that ball goes out of his hands, I just say, all right, it's going in.
I will say this about last night's game. I think the refs played too big of a part in the game.
Of course.
Especially in the third quarter. The Warriors walked into the third quarter basically in the penalty. It was like within the first 3 minutes.
Yep.
So that right there, I believe, set the stage for the Lakers to come back because they were kicking the Lakers' ass the first 2 quarters. They were the role players came to play. Draymond Green, he put on, as they said yesterday, a master class in defense.
Yep.
I really just hate that the refs took the Warriors out that game, and they couldn't recover.
My eye still hurts, by the way, for LeBron because that was such a hard hit.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you mean
Such a
you talking
hard
about
hit.
that Oscar job he did
Such a
down there
hard hit.
acting? I mean, you get poked in the eye, it hurts. I understand that, but I mean, he sold it like he got like he was on
I was
Ricky
worried
getting
for
shot.
him. I was worried for him.
Hey! Look at this. But this is what you expect out of a LeBron James. I mean,
Yes.
anytime he gets a little bit of contact, and that's why I don't respect the guy. You're 6'9", 280 pounds, but a little touch, and all of a sudden you're down, pointing to your eye the rest of the game, like it's my eye, and then you're clearly not hurt. So
Yep.
regardless, I mean, you got to give it to LeBron. He hit the shot with a minute left to put the Lakers up 3, and that was the game-winning shot. I love Steph Curry's response to this. Adam, do you have Steph Curry's response ready to go? Let's play Steph Curry because Steph Curry, I believe, is all of us what he was thinking when LeBron shot that shot.
It's a great shot. Broken play. I sunk in thinking, he was kind of out of play, and they found him. He got his balance just in time and knocked it down. So, that was a tough one because you don't really expect it to go in. You expect us to get the rebound, come down in transition, have a possession to take the lead, but everything changes when it goes in. All-time great players make great shots. That's what happens. No different.
Yeah, he says all-time players make great shots, which is fine, But he also said you don't expect that shot to go in. Not off LeBron's hand, ever off LeBron's hand.
None of us did.
Yeah, so
None of us did.
Steph Curry didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. LeBron hit the game-winning shot, like you said, Corey. I thought Golden State had control of the game. The second half was a lot different. It was officiated different. And I saw a stat today that the officials that were on that game last night for the Warriors are 1-15 when that official's on the game.
If you're going to
That's
sit
not
here
by
and
design.
talk about officiating, that is the biggest garbage in the world.
Tell that to Rasheed Wallace.
I get it.
They were
I
in
get
the
it.
penalty within the first 2 minutes of the second half.
It was dirty defense. That's why. That
Dirty.
game was awful. There's no way that you could blame refereeing as the reason for the Warriors losing that game, because that was the worst ending to basketball I've ever seen. The Lakers, the way they started that game, awful. I don't know how they recovered.
I agree. It was the worst ending because we saw the referees officially dictate how the whole second half went.
If you're gonna put all that in the referee's hands, that's the softest thing I've ever heard.
I'm not putting it all in the referee's hands. What I'm saying is that if you were watching that game, if you see how the referees switched up to how they were calling defense and calling the game, within the first 3 minutes, the Warriors were in the penalty for the whole quarter, for the remaining of the quarter.
And guess what? They did that to themselves.
Oh,
Yeah, they did that to themselves.
I mean, granted, they did put themselves in the position to get the fouls called on them, but at the same time,
Here's where the Warriors
it was biased.
Should not have been close whatsoever.
Here's where the Warriors messed up. They messed up by not protecting the ball as much as they should have in the third quarter.
Yep.
I will say that Steph got a little bit too. He got too careless with the ball. Start doing the Steph thing, start showboating a little bit too much, and I would say that is where they went wrong. But as far as like the officiating, it was clear at how quickly they called those ticky-tack fouls.
My MVP goes to Alex Caruso on defense. His defense, this dude is lockdown defender. If you watch this game closely, you saw the way that he locked down Steph Curry to end this game.
What are you talking about?
He had 37 points!
At the end of the game, look at how his defense was on lockdown. You see Drummond being in this game.
His defense is as long as he has Anthony Davis right behind him and LeBron coming in
Of
the
course.
trap. So
Of
yeah,
course.
no,
It's the small player like that makes the difference, because you look at the beginning of this game when they went more big heavy, having Andre Drummond out there, him clogging up the paint the entire game. When they make that good coaching decision of putting him on the bench, you see how the court just opened up. And that was the biggest difference of the game, was when they realized that Andre Drummond, and LeBron has no experience with Andre Drummond. They don't know how to play together. Yeah, he was out the entire time that Andre Drummond was on this team.
Yeah, it's a bunch of big dudes to fit on the court at the same time, and that's what I said yesterday. It was Steph versus 3 giants, and that's what it was. But that's why I'm not giving LeBron a ton of credit on here, because this team was supposed to be competing for a championship. They're supposed to be the number 2 or number 3 seed, so I'm supposed to get excited when they beat a Steph Curry-led team that really, outside of Draymond, they don't really have anything else. Congratulations, LeBron. You did your job. Now, okay, you're going to go play a real team in the Suns, and we'll see how that goes.
There's something with LeBron right now. Watching him, those first 3 quarters, he was non-existent. And then all of a sudden he comes out. I don't know if he's doing this on his own. It's strategic. I don't know what the heck it is, but this is starting to feel like the end of LeBron James.
I mean, again, from what I was watching, the Warriors defense took him and Anthony Davis out the game, and then LeBron went back there. He hit the B-dubs button, or the check cleared with the refs, and then he was able to seemingly get his way back into the game.
Well,
all the referees. That shot could not have gone in if it wasn't for the referees.
No, that's not saying no. LeBron did his job of closing out the game. You can't take that away from him. But you also have, if you're watching the game, you also have to see that the tide shifted with how the referees started to referee the game to start the third quarter. To go in the penalty within the first 2 to 3 minutes of the game, just consistently officiate the game the way you were the first 2 quarters. If they officiated the way they were the first 2 quarters, the Lakers will be playing in another game for the 8th spot.
Yeah, but they got the 7th seed. They're moving on. I love that. Alex Caruso equals the GOAT. Joey.
Hell yeah. That small players that step into the game and have lockdown defense when nobody else can accomplish that. That's the GOAT. That's the silent GOAT right there.
I don't know about his defense, but he was their best player on the court consistently throughout the game. LeBron closed it, but I thought Caruso was the best player on the court throughout the game.
You look at Anthony Davis starting the game 0 for 6. You look at Schroeder starting the game 0 for 8. Just entirely horrible basketball to start that game. I don't know how they recovered. Well, I do know. It was the referees.
Yep, there you go. There you go. So
Learn
LA's
that
moving on
quarter.
to play Phoenix in the next round. Golden State playing Memphis on Friday. Indy playing Washington tonight for the other playing game. And then the NBA playoffs start on Saturday, man. And we already got the matchups for Saturday: Miami versus Milwaukee, Dallas versus the Clippers, Boston versus Brooklyn, and then Portland versus Denver. And then the rest of these playoff games will dictate who plays on Sunday.
I just want to let Brian Morgan know that it wasn't those turnovers, it was the referees. The referees caused those turnovers, according to these 2 smart guys up here.
Joey, honestly, you're not going to say that getting in the penalty 3 minutes into a quarter changes the game?
They put that on themselves. You
Okay.
can't say some of those
But
calls.
they didn't play defense any different than they played the first 2 quarters.
Hey,
No different.
they play different when you're starting to do turnovers because they weren't doing those turnovers
When one
in the
team's allowed
beginning
to
of
be
the game.
physical and another team is not, you can cause more turnovers.
I get it. I get it.
Do you, though?
I get it.
Do you, though?
Does not matter because guess who got the dubs?
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
LeBron
Great.
James, the greatest
Congratulations.
shot in NBA play-in tournament history.
Yeah, right. What's crazy to me about the NBA play-in is that they were discussing it last night, is that those stats don't count as regular season stats,
Yeah.
and those stats don't count as playoff stats. So it's
Really?
like it never happened.
I agree with that too.
Really?
Yeah, I agree with it because
To me, it's a postseason stat.
Yeah, but it's not
I
real.
say it's not
get
a
it.
postseason stat because you're technically not in the postseason yet.
Is the regular season over?
Yeah, the regular season's over.
Okay, so we're in the postseason.
No, we're in
The
the
post-regular season.
Well, it should. You know what? Then they may just have to create play-in stats because it's not. We're not in the play-in. You're not in the playoffs.
Well, how is the wild card treated in the NFL?
Well, it's part of the playoffs.
That's a playoff game.
So then what's the difference between what they're doing right now and the wild card in the NFL?
Because wild card, you're actually in the tournament.
Yeah, you're actually in the playoffs right now. You're not
just
play-in. You're not
play
in
in.
the playoffs yet. You're playing to get in.
So it's really weird, and I wonder how they're gonna eventually, if they keep this up, and this is a part of the format going forward, how they're gonna talk about these numbers, because Tatum puts up 50 points, but it's not on any record book anywhere for the history of
and I was
mankind.
thinking now, what if somebody would have went for 82 last night? It wouldn't count. It would have never existed.
Right.
But that makes no sense.
I know.
Regular season, you look at where every team has that opportunity, and the postseason is where it's a limited amount of teams that are able to play for that opportunity. And playing is still a part of that.
Yeah, to me, the season's over, so everything after the season is postseason. It just makes
Right.
logical sense. This
Right.
is the postseason. So we'll watch the other games. The NBA playoffs are coming to us starting on Saturday, and we're going to find out if the LeBrons can make it any further. And Joey, you want to tell them about Sun RV?
Yeah, because that's where we're headed next month, and I'm so excited to be out there in a beautiful RV, this glamping style lifestyle that we're going to be taking on, because this is going to be my first time really doing the glamping like we're doing here, because Sun RV Resorts got 160 resorts nationwide across the U.S. and even in Canada. So if you're looking for a summer vacation, you got to book right now with sunrvresorts.com.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Welcome back. It is the Morning Woodward Show live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for being a part of the conversation, dropping your comments in the chat, sharing, liking, setting stars, all that good stuff. We appreciate you for being a part of this that we're building right here, right on Woodward, if you can see right behind Joey. We are literally right on Woodward, like 10 feet away from Woodward, and that's what I love about our studio.
I get so scared with these cars back here because they always come and they hit that curb because there's street parking along Woodward. I get so scared one of them's going to drive right through this building.
Yeah, we got to put a curb cam up because at least 3 times a morning someone nails that curb, and I'm always like, oh, fish going to get killed. They're going to run right through Fish's booth. Lions. Let's get into some Lions talk, and we were going to talk mostly about how Pro Football Focus has the ratings for the quarterbacks and where they put Goff, but a story came out late last night about how the Lions may have actually been pursuing another Campbell, not Dan Campbell, for our head coaching job. Maybe made him an offer that he turned down too. Corey, did you read about this?
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I don't. Listen, it's Dave Burkett. We've had Dave Burkett on the show. He's a reliable source. I don't see him making things up for clickbait.
Yeah.
But what the hell?
My thing is this. I want to preface this by saying, why in the world are we even considering another coach to come into Detroit with the first name Matt? That's the first thing that pissed me off.
Right.
The second thing is, how does something like this just pop up now? Because we're, the last couple months, always being updated. Meeting today with this coach. Meeting today with this coach.
Well, I heard some Matt Campbell rumblings, but it never really got any true legs. And now Dave Burkett comes out with this story, and it's like, okay, there was smoke where there was fire.
Yeah, and from what I understand is they asked Dan Campbell about this, and they've also asked Brad Holmes about it. And really the consensus was we're not going to talk about college coaches that we've discussed contracts with because that affects their recruiting. And, you don't want their players thinking that their coach is on the way out. So I don't think we'll ever get an actual answer if this was real or not. But honestly, I would have been pissed if Matt Campbell was our coach.
8 years. $68.5 million
from Iowa State, though. Like that's not a
what's
dynamic
Campbell's
program.
deal?
Huh?
What's Campbell's deal?
6 years.
Okay.
They didn't say how much. You didn't say how much money, but I will say this: I might catch some flack for this. If I'm reading that where you all read that Matt Campbell turned it down, I wouldn't want a coach that would turn down that lucrative of a deal coming from Iowa State.
Part of the Cyclones organization.
Like that makes me question your IQ to leave. You wouldn't leave Iowa State to take an 8 years, 68. I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared of a coach that would turn that deal down.
Yeah, well, from what Dave Burkett was writing, that Matt Rule, they were able to lure Matt Rule away with a hefty paycheck like that, so they were expecting to do the same with Matt Campbell, and apparently Matt Campbell grew up in the same area as Chris Spielman, so that's where a lot of the intertwining is coming in. But it was just crazy to me because I think we all love Dan Campbell, right? We're all in on Dan Campbell.
Oh, I'm all in, yeah.
Yeah, so there we go. I don't think there's any reason for us to move off of this. It's crazy to me that they would even think about offering anything before Dan Campbell. But if he wasn't our first choice, that's okay. It's who we have now. We got to embrace it, and let's move on with it. But I just thought it was really weird that story dropped at like 9 o'clock last night.
Especially an offer this hefty.
Right.
This would not go unnoticed at all. Like, there would have been some reports that have leaked this prior to yesterday.
I think if they also would have hired Matt Campbell, it would have been mutiny for real. Like, it would have been like, who the F is this guy?
Honestly, even though Dan Campbell has very limited head coach experience, like if they would have just tried to pluck somebody, this would have been we're smarter than the room Lions again. And that's where we get in trouble all the time when we try to be smart. We try to get cute. We try to pull, oh, well, this guy's the next, and I understand the philosophy behind it. You're able to take like a Sean McVay. You're able to take the Cliff Kingsbury and transition them to have this prolific offense and stuff like that, moving from college to the pros. But no, don't be smarter than the room. They brought in a football guy. He's a culture changer, and they surrounded him with other football guys that are very smart. So I'm glad they went the route they did, if this was true.
They showed a clear direction, and from showing that clear direction, they have stayed consistent and followed through every step of the way, from the coaching hires to the players that they've drafted and signed. So I am fine that this reported deal for Matt Campbell did not turn out to be true, because I feel that the Lions have the right Campbell, Dan.
That's right. Dan Campbell, when they asked him about it, he said, well, you can't go wrong with a Campbell. So
You could have my cousin, too. He'd be a good team.
Right. So even Dan's having fun with it. But let's get into what Pro Football Focus put out. They put out their list ranking the quarterbacks in the NFL, and they were not too kind to our boy Jared Goff at all. I mean, the class and the tier that they put him in is almost disgusting. So how do you guys want to do this? You want to run from top to bottom or bottom to top?
Let's go top. Let's go bottom to top.
Yeah.
Bottom to top? All right, let's do that. Number 32 on this list, Drew Lock, Denver Broncos.
Agree.
Yeah, he's the worst starter in the league, you believe? What's up, Fish?
Mike's off. That was the celebration thing.
Oh,
Number 32 is
to be number 32, that's the celebration?
Sure.
Number 31, Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia Eagles.
Don't know if he should be that low, but I understand it.
Yeah. Number 30, Zach Wilson,
Unproven.
rookie,
Unproven.
Jets.
That's kind of crazy that they even have him higher than the other two, being a rookie just coming in.
Right.
And you know what? This will kind of confuse me about this list. Are they talking about the QB with QB in the situation, or just the QB as a talent? Because, if it's QB as in their situation, I agree. With the talent, they need to rework this list.
Yep. Well, speaking of talent and a guy that everybody kind of wanted in Detroit last year, Tua coming in at number 29 on this list, which is pretty damn low.
Yeah,
for Tua.
that's too low for me, even for quarterback and situation.
You think Tua's already a disappointment? Like, in all honesty?
After this year, I'll be able to. For me, after this year, I'll be able to see more of that.
Okay.
But right now, I think the first year was an aberration.
Number 28 on this list, another disappointment, I believe, Sam Darnold. He was traded away. Now he's the quarterback of the Panthers.
About right, but still, I don't think that players who have never touched the NFL field should be, ranked above him. We're going to start seeing that in a second.
It's crazy going from the number 3 overall pick to being this low.
Right, right.
Come on.
And then number 27, Cam Newton. I mean, I guess so. The Patriots aren't going to turn out a great quarterback for the next several years. Can we that's pretty much the way it is. Tom Brady has left the building. You're stuck with either Mac Jones or Cam Newton. They're going to start the season with Cam, but they'll probably end it with Mac.
I'm thinking Mac Jones is going to be such a perfect fit there, too, with Bill Belichick.
Yeah, no, it should be a good marriage. I mean, you could tell he has the system to where you don't need that mobile quarterback. You could have your pocket passer who picks apart the defense and all that good stuff. All right, now here we go. This is where they did our boy dirty. Jared Goff coming in at number 26 on the list.
I agree to this extent. If you're talking about situation, like the situation they have to deal with it totally, yes, Jared Goff is in a 26th spot situation as a quarterback. As a talent, I'm sorry. That's too low for a guy who was just not a couple years removed from taking his team to a Super Bowl, is a two-time Pro Bowler. That is way too low for Jared Goff as a talent. His situation, yes. Talent, too low.
Where do you think he'd be if he was still on the Rams?
Probably somewhere hovering in the top 10, 12 range.
Yeah, I was thinking 15,
Yeah.
at least 15 if he's still on the Rams. But no, he comes to the Lions, and this is how we get treated. And you can ask T.J. Lang. Referees, Joey, can be biased. Remember when T.J. Lang said that?
Especially when you're in Detroit. That's true.
See? So now you believe us about LeBron?
Nah, it doesn't change the entire game when you're ahead the way that he was ahead. That's called trash basketball, turnovers. That's how you lose games.
And here comes the ultimate disrespect. These are the guys that they have Goff below. Justin Fields, never taken an NFL snap, sitting at 25 for the Chicago Bears.
I thought that was bull.
Yeah, Jameis Winston at 24. Jameis Winston / Taysom Hill
They
at
don't
24.
even know who it's going to be.
Exactly. Like you're splitting the position, but you're above Goff. Like
This got something to do with the
Just look at my notes. This all there.
Oh, see? Okay, good. So we're thinking the exact same thing here. Number 23 on this list, Carson Wentz. Another one. Like if Goff was on Indy, he'd be ranked higher than Carson Wentz. He should be, right?
Carson Wentz should be at the bottom of his list just off the strength that Nick Foles came in there, took his lunch money, and won a Super Bowl.
That's right. 22 on this list, Jimmy Garoppolo, which the San Francisco 49ers don't even like this dude. But he's 4 spots higher than our guy.
Again, situation, yeah. QB talent, I just can't say that.
And then number 21, another guy who's never taken a snap, Trevor Lawrence.
I love these never taking a snap guys. What do you go off of? Their college career?
Yeah, I just don't understand how guys that have never taken a damn snap are above players who have started Super Bowls. I don't get it. I really don't get that. These guys, man, they may be bust.
Oh, speaking of bus, let's move on to number 20. Daniel Jones. Danny Dimes is 6 spots ahead of Jared Goff, who's been to a Super Bowl. Like, what the hell is wrong with Pro Football Focus?
I used to like them too.
Right?
Hey, man. They gotta start policing and drug testing people before these articles go up.
Number 19, Ryan Fitzmagic is on this list at 19. We're talking a top 20 quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Number 18, this is where things start to make at least a little bit of sense. Joe Burrow sitting at 18. That's a decent spot for Joe Burrow. That's about right where I would have Joe Burrow. Middle of the pack, a little shaded underneath the middle of the pack. Hasn't really proven it in the NFL, but has all the intangibles. Number 17, this doesn't make any sense to me either, Kyler Murray. To me, Kyler Murray should be higher on the list. He's already proven for 2 years. So, number 16, Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, but not. I don't know. I'm mixed on that one.
That start last year, they were just like, you know what? He started out so hot. Let's just throw him on this list.
Number 15, Justin Herbert. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's about right where Herbert could be. I don't mind that at all. Here's another one that makes 0 sense. He plays for the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, number 14. I would take Goff over Kirk Cousins 100 times out of 100. 100 times out of 100.
Again, they when they did this list, they have to be talking about situations, because there is no way I would ever pick Kirk Cousins over Jared Goff in any situation.
What about Derek Carr? Derek Carr's 13 on this list. 13! Derek Carr. Yep, exactly. Number 12 on this list, Ryan Tannehill. We've seen Tannehill can produce when he's surrounded by the right people.
Yeah.
Then we get into number 11, just outside the top 10, Matthew Stafford.
Wow. 15 places above Jared Goff.
Yep, two first-round draft picks and a third. That's what 15 spots means in PFF.
I ain't got nothing to say, man. This list is confusing. But I mean, again, I will say that it's a better situation. But I think if Jared Goff were still at the Rams, he'd be where Stafford is right there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's really more about where you're playing, not who the quarterback is. And their comment was Sean McVay must be the happiest coach of the offseason. He can finally dial up deep passing games. He's probably all he's dreamt of. And the addition of Matthew Stafford makes the offense that much more dangerous. I was like, really? All right. I mean, we've seen it. I don't know how much more dangerous it's going to be with Stafford there. But we'll see. I mean, just watch those screen passes and those pick sixes. Number 10 on this list, Baker Mayfield.
I agree with that.
Yeah, he's a fringe top 10 quarterback, so he's right in that area. Number 9, Matt Ryan.
I mean, now you got Kyle Pitts. That's only going up.
Yeah, he's on the way out, but, Matt Ryan's going to Matt Ryan. That's what he does. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens.
Action Jackson, whatever.
Yep.
I'm with it.
Yeah, the top of this stuff actually makes sense. So the way they have Goff down there with Jalen Hurts is just like mind-blowing to me. Number 7, Dak Prescott. If his ankle is healthy, he will be number 7 on this list. Number 6, Josh Allen. Number 5, Deshaun Watson.
Is he going to play?
Hell no.
So-
Honestly, he was out there working out. He was back on Instagram. I don't know. I really don't know how they're going to handle this. This is going to be interesting to really see it unfold.
I think at this point, even if he does play, there's no way he's a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
No way.
If he plays top 5 quarterback football this season, I would be highly shocked, especially just off the way their whole organization is right now. I think it's pretty much a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah. Number 4 on this list, another guy who wants out of his playing spot, Russell Wilson. Number 3, another guy who wants out of his spot, Aaron Rodgers. Number 2, a guy who got out of his spot last year, Tom Brady.
Ooh.
And number 1, the quarterback that everybody knows, loves, and wish they had on their team, drafted by the Detroit Tigers, Patrick Mahomes.
The champions. Do, 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 do.
Uh-oh, what happened in the Champions
He plays
League?
there too.
No, that was the champions. He's number 1. He's a champion.
Oh, I thought you were hitting your soccer thing. I'm like, wait, we got soccer news breaking? What's going
No,
on,
we do
Fish?
not.
I wouldn't be
yet.
surprised if Patrick Mahomes played soccer as well.
Yeah, so Patrick Mahomes, here's to you being a Detroit Tiger for life. The Tigers have drafted more Super Bowl winning quarterbacks than the Lions have, which is amazing. That is a Fish fact that we will have coming up at 9:50. Speaking of Detroit, 8 Mile. We always want to support our brothers there. They're born in Detroit. They created a smooth, delicious vodka for you to drink. It's going to be 80 degrees this weekend. Nothing better than having a nice cocktail outside. Enjoy the weather. We don't get it much often here in Michigan, so take advantage. Make sure you go to Meijer and pick up your bottle of 8 Mile.
Morning, Art. Morning, D-Mac.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go!
LeBron James, 103 to 100. LeBron James leads the Lakers to lock in that 7th seed over the Warriors with this game-winning 3.
Throws it back up top. James puts up the 3. Oh, it's gone! LeBron James from downtown.
He said, I can't even see. I was like, really, LeBron? Here's another angle for you because I know you wanted to see it.
That's a 30-footer, and you see
No.
Curry.
We got to say the whole thing about like, oh, I was seeing 3 rims out there, so I just shot at the middle one.
He's such a bitch.
When you're that good, there's 3 rims that still goes in.
Listen, the
the
guy,
man.
what a drama queen. Like, just
Biggest.
hit the shot. Just hit the shot and say, hey, I practice it. I hit the shot. Oh, my eye was hurt and I still hit the shot. Like, he always needs extra attention. It's like, just shut up, LeBron.
Game 1, watch. Game 1, when this series gets started, he's going to come out there. I guarantee he's going to do like one of these.
He's going to come
At
out in an
some
eye
point.
patch.
That's-
Like, LeBron James is a dude you rear end and he shows up to court with the neck brace on. Like, that's LeBron James in a nutshell.
That's LeBron James for sure. Steph Curry with the buzzer beater at halftime. When I saw this, I was like, all right, this is just over. Steph Curry's too good. He even knew.
Yeah, I love Mike Breen's call on it too. Like, I wouldn't let him go single coverage, and then neither would I. And then triple coverage, and he still drains the 3 in front of everybody. That's talent right there, and he didn't even poke at his eye.
Yup, that's talent, but that talent not good enough to get you that W. So good luck. Hopefully you win it in the next play-in game for yourself, Steph. And this news just came out. Rumors of Lions offering Iowa State's Matt Campbell an 8-year, $68.5 million deal to be the head coach for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Rumors.
Listen, like I said, I trust Dave Burkett. He's got no business. He's not in the clickbait business. Dave is a straight up reporter. We've had him on here, asked him several questions. We don't get him to sway on. He's a reputable guy. So if he's reporting it, I gotta believe it's real.
I believe it's real. It's definitely real. I'm just glad that it did not happen.
Yes,
that was the best thing he could have ever done was turn down that deal. But you know what? Hopefully his wife ain't mad at him about that one, because that was a nice chunk of change.
And a guy that plans to play football that none of us really did this fall, by the name of Deshaun Watson, he has broken his silence of his sexual misconduct allegations with an Instagram workout video that he posted.
Yeah, this makes me wonder what is going to happen with Deshaun Watson.
Honestly, no clue. It's his first post since March 16th, and while the whole status of this whole civil litigation is still obviously unresolved, we don't know how long it's going to take for this to finish, because this is going to take a lot more months for sure.
You know what? I am not defending Deshaun Watson when I say this, but the longer this goes on and they've yet to really hit him with something substantial, the better I'm thinking it looks that he may actually play a game this season. But it's still a long time before that happens, so who knows what can come down the pipeline. But just off of how Tony Busby started that whole thing, I was just thinking that something was about to come down ironclad, where it's like, hey, Deshaun Watson did this, and every time he has a date that he's supposed to drop something, nothing ever came out.
Yeah, and it's just interesting because this is obviously a lawyer play. Like, hey, man, let's start getting workout videos out there of you so people can see that you're putting in the work, so they're not just going to move on from you. So you can tell there's some gamesmanship going on with Deshaun Watson right now.
Yeah.
And another name that I never thought we'd see in football ever again, Tim Tebow has signed his contract this morning and hits the field. And I'm just excited to see these embarrassing plays.
Yeah, welcome back, Tim Tebow.
He's back.
Tebow time is back, baby. Corey, get hype, man. Get hype.
Anyone think that he's going to have a little bit of success at tight end?
Hell yeah, he is. He's Tim Tebow.
Honestly.
What a joy it is to have connections.
What hasn't Tim Tebow touched that he's been successful at? That's what I want to know. Tim Tebow is the greatest athlete to ever walk a football field and a baseball field.
At the same damn time.
At the same damn time. I'm joking. I love Tim Tebow, though. Good work ethic on that kid.
All right, back to some serious
back to
news
reality.
Here.
Right.
Back-to-back nights with a no-hitter in the MLB. And the last time this has happened, actually, was September 17th and September 18th of 1968. This time, Corey Kluber for the first Yankees no-hitter since 1999.
Ground ball to Gleyber Torres, and that'll do it. A no-hitter for Corey Kluber. On a Wednesday night in Texas, Kluber becomes part of forever.
I thought that was a pretty cool call, too. Becomes part of forever.
Yeah.
I like that saying.
Yeah, and our history was made. Becomes a part of forever.
It becomes
awesome.
a part of forever. It's great.
Man, Yankees can't let the Tigers get no shine.
And Nazem Kadri got booted from the first round of NHL playoffs for the third time in 4 years.
Up the middle attacking Thomas. Drop pass. Falk. Shoots. Save. Rebound. Shot wide of the net by Mikkola. Penalty coming up on the Avalanche's Falk is leveled in the slot.
Illegal check to the head.
And Justin Falk is out. Oh, goodness. Right after he released that puck, we'll have to take another look at it. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, the Avalanche will be shorthanded for the first time tonight. The Avs with a 3-1 lead. Up the middle attacking Thomas. Drop pass. Shoot, save, rebound.
Big hit right there.
Dude, can you imagine taking one of those hits just straight across the face?
NHL playoff hockey, but that's just dirty. I mean, when you hear that getting kicked out 3 out of the last 4 years.
You imagine bitch-ass LeBron as a hockey player? Like, there's no way he'd take a hit like that and ever play again. He'd retire.
He'd have to retire, honestly. And if you are thinking about retiring and you got that extra money, Bridge Street Exchange, take that money right down there. Downtown Fenton, they got attire for all ages. They got them Hey Dude shoes that everybody's been talking about. You see in the commercial. Like when Kevin tells me about these Hey Dude shoes, they are like sellouts everywhere. So you got to get them while you can. They're also in Somerset Collection, soon to be opening their doors there. Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. If you want 15% off, the code word WSN will get you that at bridgestreetexchange.com.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand.
Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech. The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. My name is Stick, sitting up here with Corey and Joey, and we had this young man in here last week live in the studio, and now he is live at a PGA Championship event at Ocean Course. Tim Pearce, he tees off today at 12:47. $11 million purse for this event today, too, or this weekend. Tim, how's the experience been so far, man?
It is unreal, man. Like, it's better than I could have ever imagined. It's unbelievable. The guys I've met and just, like, the things I'm able to do here, just, like, being on the other side of the ropes, it's so crazy.
Yeah, what is it like seeing behind the curtain and, like, you know, being – because when movies were big here in Michigan, I was able to be a stand-in for some of the movies. And, like, you got to see, oh, man, these guys get catered. Like, everything's good. They got air conditioning while the extras are sitting over here in the heat. Like, are they treating you like royalty down there? Because you are royalty. You know that.
No, it's seeing them on TV, you think they're robots, but they're normal guys. But it's life on tour is definitely nice. Everything's right there in front of you, and you have nothing you don't have to touch anything. Everything's taken care of. So to live that for a week is pretty special.
To see you especially, I feel like, I mean, we haven't known you that long, but you're just such a humble kid and so deserving of this opportunity. And we follow you on Instagram, obviously. Seeing you posting, you out there signing for the kids and just really being the star that you have totally earned to be has just been so awesome.
Yeah, again, it's just like kids calling my name or random people just saying "Go Tim" or "Go Blue" or knowing I'm from Michigan. It's pretty awesome to have just random people say, they're rooting for me and it helps me along the way for sure. But seeing kids and I was that kid when I was 13 years old, trying to get as many signatures as I can on my flag, and I wouldn't pass that up for anything. I'll make sure to get anyone that asks. So it's really cool to be on this side and super excited to get started.
With that said, you mind signing my titty? It could be the first titty that you ever signed, Tim.
I would love to, man.
Oh, the bad part is that's going to happen. Joey's going to whip off his shirt next time he sees you.
There's no Sharpie that could go through all this chest hair, so that can't be done, unfortunately.
Aside talking to us this morning, Tim, like, what is your pregame for today? Like, what are you doing mentally to prepare? What are you going through? Or are you just trying to just be as relaxed as possible and stick to your routine?
I know it's life so far, but I'm not trying to think about it. The last 4 days have made me feel really, really comfortable, and I just want to take that same mentality. Just go think you're playing in a practice round, or not even a practice round. You're going to play with your buddies. So I've got my buddies here now and my family, so I'll just try to stay relaxed. It's definitely a mind game at this point. My game's ready. I've played really well the last few days. It's ready to go. It's just a matter of being calm and controlling the nerves and hitting fairways and doing one shot at a time, truly. So we're ready to go. I'm super excited, though.
Hey, you said you got your family and your friends down there. How you talked about your experience. How's the experience been for them just witnessing you on your journey?
Yeah, I mean, I was able to spend a couple days there before my mom got there, and I knew she was going to be a mess when she got there because it's so grand, so big. And just to see her son on, in the middle of all that is crazy. So she lost it on the way in, but I expected that. So it's so special for them. I mean, they're like making 100 friends a day, and it's so cool to see and so cool to hear them on the side of the fairway. So it's awesome.
I've been watching the reports and everything. Wind is supposed to be kind of a factor for you guys, not so much for the guys who teed off earlier this morning at 7 a.m., but around your time it's supposed to kick in. How do you plan on playing this course, man?
It's tough. My coach says it best. He says conservative targets, aggressive swings, and that's kind of what I'll do the whole week. It's going to be windy, and you got to stay aggressive. You can't bail out, and so I mean, I've had a lot of time playing in wind. I've played in Florida many times, and I feel like my game has improved in that area. So I'm ready to go. We're just going to go take it how it comes, and do my best. That's all I can do. So it's great.
I saw you did an interview with our boy Brad Galley, and I saw during the interview you guys were caddies together at Oakland Hills back in the day.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
awesome.
pretty cool. I knew he was kind of into that whole deal, but when I saw him take off in his life, it was pretty awesome. So now that we're both here, it was a really fun conversation to have. I haven't talked to him in a while. I run into him every once in a while, but being in our both of our situations at that time was really cool to be a part of.
And now it's all come full circle. Your career starting to take off. What's been the highlight of you being out there leading up to today, obviously, when you get out there and really start off this PGA tournament? What's been the highlight these last couple of days?
I got to spend, there's been so many, Joey. It's hard to pick one, but yesterday I got to spend like 15 seconds alone with Justin Thomas, and just like walking over from the putting green to the range and just kind of talking to him like it's a normal guy. Like it was kind of like my 15 seconds of, wow, like this is so freaking cool. Like I got my own little time was to just soak it all in kind of and talk to him like a normal person. And I got, 15 seconds of his time within his life is pretty cool to say, but he's such a cool guy, and it's going to happen multiple times, and it already has, but that was a really, really cool moment.
Are you picking up any tips and tricks from these guys, man? You stealing some of their warm-ups?
Give me all the secrets, but just spending time with them as their normal people, and just like getting to talk to them and getting to just kind of feel like I should be here with them is made me relax so much. And just seeing them the way they practice, like how deliberate they are when they practice, their drills, their time that they're there. Their coaches, it's insane what those guys do as a full-time job. So it's pretty inspiring and motivating. So I'm excited to kind of test my game against theirs this week.
Now, Tim, I don't know if you ever Googled yourself, but if you
Google me, bitch.
But if you Google Tim Pearce Goff, the first thing that pops up is Birmingham Country Club. Like, what has been the reaction from them now that you're out there right now?
Oh man, I've gotten, they understand it's such a big deal. They're trying to leave me alone, but the support, the texts and calls and reaction videos and just sending me clips of, my interviews on TV that they see is really, really cool. I think they're going to have a couple watch parties this week. We've got a big Jumbotron at the club, so they'll throw that on outside, and they'll be able to watch it together. And I know the men's grill will be hopping. So wish I could almost be there to see it myself, but I'll have to wait till next time.
Yeah, you got other things you got to worry about this weekend, man. Don't worry about Birmingham Country Club. They're gonna take care of themselves, rooting for their hometown boy.
Hey, I gotta say, following you on Instagram and seeing you post this picture on your story, one, I was just so pumped for you being out there signing all the athlete fans' pictures. But then to see you sporting that Woodward sports hat, man, we cannot thank you enough. Like, that's so cool. Look at that little kid right there smiling so much.
That is a big smile.
It's it's cool, man. I just love wearing. My caddy wore a Michigan hat, when I wore that yesterday. So just to have my Birmingham logo and Woodward Sports, and I got Michigan on my caddy. It's just so cool. So yeah, I got it on right now.
Hey, my man. Thank you so much, man. We're so proud.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Hey, kill him today, man. That's all we can say.
Yeah, we don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you got big things planned for today. Looking forward to watching the highlights and looking forward to keeping up with you. And just know, not outside of Birmingham Country Club, you got the whole city behind you too, man. If we got to call Trick and clear out some stuff down there, just let us know. We'll handle some business for you.
All right, will do. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go get prepped. It's gonna be fun. So thanks for your support.
Hey, man,
Appreciate
congratulations again.
Tim
Pearce.
Pearce,
Yeah,
baby.
let's go. Let's go.
Guys.
So awesome, man. And it's a plus 250,000 odds of him winning the PGA tournament. I put $5 on this. It'll win me $12,500.
Do it.
I did it already.
You already did it?
I did.
Oh, man. If he wins, you cash that ticket together.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't want to say that to him because I was like, there's some legalities with all that, so I wanted to stay away from that. But I got my money on this kid.
How awesome that he's wearing that Woodward sports hat, too. And we got him a couple Woodward sports polos, so if he makes it deep into the tournament, if he makes the cut and plays on Saturday and Sunday, we may get some national brand recognition because of Tim Pearce, local guy from Birmingham Country Club. He went to Ferris State University, wasn't on the golf team in college.
My favorite part of this.
That is my favorite part, too. Like, he didn't make the golf team in college, but stayed at it, stayed persistent, and now he's at a PGA Championship event. So, yeah, we'll be rooting for him today. 12:47 is when he tees off. And we just want to make sure that your interest rate is as low as it can possibly be. Just like Tim's score, we need it as low as it can possibly get today. So if you're above 3%, make sure that you call our people at Hall Financial. It's davidhallmortgage.com. You can go there, or like I said, just give them a call. Let them know Woodward Sports sent you, and they'll give you a free evaluation on your current home loan and see how much money they can save you. And who knows, with the money you could save, you could fly down to that PGA Championship and watch Tim Pearce win. You could do it. Save that money right now. Lower payments, better options, more personal attention. Hall Financial.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for following us, liking us, sharing us, subscribing to us on all of our social platforms, and making sure you download that app, which is for free and available for you right now in the Apple or Google Play stores. It is about 8:50 in the morning. Adam is over in producer land today, so that is where he's going to give us his bets. And I feel like I can't really argue with you like this when you're so far away. Like, I need you next to me, Adam. I need you close when we argue.
This like hurts my feelings, but I'll just get straight into it, to be honest. 2 and 3 last night. I've been in a slump, so I will give you guys an advisory. I'm not happy at the moment, but we're gonna come out swinging tonight. We're gonna take the under at 237 between the Wizards and the Pacers. No chance in hell playoff basketball. That game's going over 237. I'm looking forward to it. I'll take the Panthers on the money line. They're down 2-0 in the Tampa Bay Lightning series. I'll take them as underdogs to get back to 2-1. They'll probably lose the series, but we don't give a shit. We're just betting this individual game. The next game we're going to take is the Penguins on the money line, minus 105. You're basically getting even money on the Penguins. The series is tied 1-1. I really like this bet. And the last playoff hockey game that we're going to bet tonight is going to be the Vegas Golden Knights. We'll take them on the money line as well. They are also tied 1-1 against the Wild. Expect the Vegas Knights to go up 2-1 tonight. Looking forward to this game. And then, of course, my last game of the night has got to be the Atlanta Braves on the money line. I'm going to take the Braves over the Pirates. The Pirates, consistently one of the worst teams in baseball. You can't go wrong betting those guys. And honestly, I've had such a bad week, and I've been so frustrated, and there's a lot of shit that's happened. So, I'm not doubling. I'm not tripling down. I am quadrupling down. I'm putting $200 today on my bets. I hope I don't regret it, but I'm going all in. $200 on this bet. It's going to win $4,438.
Adam, don't do it. I trust you.
Fish, don't tell me what to do, goddammit. You're not my parents.
I trust you. I want to see you survive and live.
I trust me too, Fish. We're going to do great
I don't want to
today.
see you on the streets.
Fish, I'm not going to be on the streets, I promise, buddy.
All right, good. That's fine.
All right. Stick, what do you think of those bets, man?
You know what? I like the Penguins against the money line. I think the Penguins are going to win that game. And welcome Terry Foster to the stage. You got to welcome Terry on a Thursday.
I got my Bruce Arians look today.
You do look like a young Bruce Arians. Atlanta Braves. Yeah, I just wish LeBron didn't win last night. I'm still focused on that, Adam. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all good.
No, good bets, man. How did you do last night?
2-3.
2-3.
Horrible.
Adam's so pissed at himself lately for his bets, but that's all right, man. We've had a lot of stuff going on. You know, there's been some wonky calls. There's been some referee interference in playoff games, and some other things going on. So let's run through those bets one more time real quick.
Yep, you got it. First, we're going to start with the under at 237 between the Wizards and the Pacers. I'll take the Panthers on the money line. I'll take the Penguins on the money line. The Golden Knights on the money line. 3 straight playoff hockey games tonight. It'll be fun. I'm probably not going to watch, to be honest, because I get anxiety watching games when I bet on them. And the last game, I'll take the Braves on the money line against the Pirates, one of the worst teams in baseball.
But isn't that why you bet? To get the anxiety, to get the...
No, actually. I don't watch games I bet, only during football season. I don't care enough about hockey and baseball to sit there for 3 hours and watch, even if I put money on it.
Okay. Because that's the only reason I bet, is to make the game more interesting to me. Otherwise, like, you know, when I'm watching the Detroit teams play, like, my heart will jump. You know, I'll get excited for the games. If I don't have money on it and it's outside Detroit, I'll enjoy the gameplay, but I'm never going to get, like, jump off the table excited like I do.
I'm just not willing to sit down at 10 o'clock at night and watch Vegas Golden Knights play hockey. Even if I put $300 on it, I could give a shit.
It's hard enough watching the damn Warriors and Lakers play at 10 o'clock. I literally was in and out the entire game. Like, knockout.
I mean, that was prime 1990s basketball. Hell, 1980s basketball. You got the refs cheating, and you got players playing hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, LeBron James with the game winner, guys. In case you missed that. A lot of haters up on this stage. Terry, you a hater too of LeBron James? Damn.
No, I'm not. I like the guy. I respect the guy. I think he's one of the best to play of all time. But I know you guys have been very professional and animated today. But I want to get in trouble if I could. Okay, I'm going to do an impersonation. Tell me who is this. You ready?
Oh, boy.
Man, LeBron was in the bonus 2 minutes into the second half. That's not fair.
Corey Woods.
Correct.
He had that squeak to his voice, too.
No. When Corey gets animated, his voice turns from, hey, guys, you know, it's a nice day to, man, I don't know what the hell's going on here.
No, it slowly ascends. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a slow decision.
That's so spot on.
So he turns into a girl, man. I don't know what's up with that.
Well, let's do this. Make sure if you want to bet on Adam's bets, you go to mybookie.com right now. Enter promo code Woodward10, and we will give you that free account for $10. Don't have to put any money in. You just sign up with promo code Woodward10. You get that free money. You can place it, do the parlay, which Adam suggested today. Maybe you can parlay that into more money. Then you parlay that into more money and more money. And next thing you know, this free $10 could turn you into a millionaire. I don't know if it will, but hey, it could. Right?
All I know is even when you're slumping with Adam over here, I mean, it doesn't kill you.
No. His 2-3 is like awful for him. He even thinks like 3-2 is awful for some reason. But
right. Well, he's a perfectionist.
66% on the season. That's winning. That's winning betting right there, and I'll take that all the time. And you can do it too. MyBookie.com. Head there right now. When we come back, Terry Foster's joining the show. Everybody.
Hey.
Sports, we got sports for you right here, Woodward Sports.
How do I even come after that?
This is the only time I'm going to be calm because I'm certainly not during the show. Poor Joy.
I'm Drake Bill. I'm here.
Legion and Bell every day right here on Woodward Sports from 11 to 1.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. And Fish has got his hand up right away. What's going on, Fish?
Maz, you just keep getting compliments on your chair. Great job.
Well, I was like 15 feet away from the table, and then you can't scoot yourself up because you don't have wheels on the chairs.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse. It keeps you...
So
in your
Stick,
spot.
I didn't mean to cut you off, by the way. Sorry. Stick, can I ask you a question? Did Maz buy the chairs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, because he claims he didn't buy. He claims the chairs he picked out had wheels on them.
I'll go back and look at the text
I was
thread.
told by people that Maz bought them, but he claims someone else bought them.
When he first got hired here, there was a whole to-do about the chairs.
Yep.
That we couldn't get the chairs done. Stick, Joey, and Adam couldn't figure out the chairs, right? So Maz comes in, he's like, I'll figure out the chairs. And what does he do? He was able
All right,
to...
let me ask you, how does the king of the hook have to buy chairs?
He doesn't have to buy chairs. For some reason, like, there's...
You have to pick them out.
Yeah, he chose the ones that were in the price range that Jesse and Chad wanted, that would fit the theme that they wanted for the studio, and then he sent them what he thought, and they bought the chairs. When the chairs came in, now these are the bastard child chairs. Like, I didn't buy those chairs. I didn't even suggest those chairs. When it was, he said he could do it, he did it, and now he doesn't like the product, and it's okay. I think these chairs are fantastic.
But that's Maz, though. Anytime he says something and it's good, all credit is his. But if it's something bad, a bad reflection on him, I don't know what you're talking about.
He wanted praise for the mics we have, too, because we got them, 2 months too late?
The mics?
We've always had these mics.
These mics have been here since day one. Are
No,
you talking about
the
the mic stands?
The stands, yeah, the mic stands.
Yeah.
He wanted credit for the mic stands because we got them 2 months later than he would have wanted.
Yeah. And
I wanted those from day one.
Right.
You guys didn't want them. You guys loved the other ones.
Yeah, see, that's all false. That's all false. So what happened was when we were redoing the studio, Adam ordered these specific mics. And then there was a blizzard in Texas which shut down everything for weeks. So we didn't get these. So we had to reorder them. And then we finally got them in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's blame the blizzard on Texas for these chairs, too.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if nobody's taking accountability, we can blame everything on everybody else. But the one thing I do want to not take blame for, and the one thing I want to rejoice in, is Terry Foster's with us this morning.
I'm glad to be here.
To talk a lot of good stuff, Terry. It's always good to have you on a Thursday, and it's been a busy week since we last spoke.
Yeah, but you know, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Right. Especially right now.
What's wrong with you over there, man?
Tom and Maz is in the comments going at Fish like, Fish, throw me under the bus.
Fish loves to harp on this chair issue.
I do, because I thought Maz had the chairs and he defends himself.
All right,
so.
because everybody bitches about him, so why not?
Yes, that's why I do it. And even he did. The first day, he said, why are these fucking chairs with wheels on them? So, since he...
No. Corey went, man, what's up with these chairs, man? I can't get in them.
No, it's more, these chairs ain't even got wheels on them.
Y'all doing it all wrong, man. The pitch is too... It's too feminine. It's got to be a little bit higher, you know, like that.
Yeah.
A little bit higher.
I wasn't that far. Man, how come these chairs don't have wheels on them, man?
Corey doesn't hear himself as feminine, but that's what we hear, Corey.
Oh, people don't hear themselves.
Right.
That is the deal.
Oh, I already know. I get high pitched. I'm self-aware of that.
High pitch Corey.
One more Elmo impression, please.
One more Elmo
Shout out to Vinny.
Hi, boys and girls.
Oh, no, that sounds like what Bert and Ernie. That sounds scary right there.
I thought it was Elmo.
So, Terry, obviously the Tigers threw a no-hitter yesterday, two days ago,
right?
another no-hitter thrown last night. One of the things you wanted to talk about is how would you celebrate your no-hitter if you threw one? Did you hear what Sean Baligian said yesterday?
I did not.
He said lots of cocaine.
Okay, I'm not going to go to Coke.
Yeah, he said three-day bender on Coke.
Look, I'm more interested in, like, if your boys throw a no-hitter, I mean, you got to celebrate with them.
Yeah, for sure.
And, they threw shaving cream on them, powder, all kinds of stuff. But, I mean, are you going to throw cocaine on your friends? You can't do that.
No, you only do that to hookers.
Right.
Right.
But I see, if one of you guys threw a no-hitter, and it's not a slow-pitch softball game, which I saw one time. Somebody threw a no-hitter in slow-pitch softball.
No way.
Which is very sad. Yeah, it wasn't so much the pitching. It was just the other team was so terrible. And they kept popping everything up, and I'm like,
We
wow.
got a doubleheader tonight, Adam and I do, for the Space Dogs. That's our softball team. So,
Okay.
So
Who's pitching
hopefully
tonight?
we don't get no hit. Who pitched for us last game? Well, Pat pitched for us last game.
I would have Pat threw a no-hitter in slow-pitch softball.
Oh,
How would
my
you guys-
God. I don't know what we would do. We would carry him off the field on our shoulders and then throw him in a pond.
And you'd probably get very, very drunk at a watering hole.
Yes.
You got to go celebrate that.
100%, yes.
But see, I actually think, I'm wondering if all the no-hitters are bad for baseball, particularly at this time. Now, you guys weren't around, but I'm old enough to be here in 1967 and 68 when, people couldn't hit. And so what they did is they lowered the mound to try to bring in a little bit more hitting. And I think this is what we're seeing now is exciting. We like talking about no-hitters, but it's bad for baseball. The batting average in baseball is 237, which is the lowest since 68.
Yep.
People striking out 9.2 times a game. And right now we have a society with young guys like Corey and you guys too that want to see action. So now we're not seeing action. We're seeing guys ground out to first, second, toss to first. We're not seeing doubles and triples and stuff that they used to do back in the day. Now what you're seeing are strikeouts, home runs, and no-hitters.
Right.
And so I'm wondering if people like you who, you love football and basketball, because I hear you talking about it a lot, if this is like, okay, this is getting so boring, I can't deal with it.
See, I'm kind of like a baseball purist when it comes to that stuff. I love the manufacturing of runs. When you get a guy on first with no outs, you bunt him over to second, rely on the hitter to get the single to get your run in. Like, that's the type of baseball I love to watch, and I grew up playing. I wasn't a big fan of the softball style of baseball either, where it's just swing for home runs and nothing else, even though the Tigers had some success with Miguel Cabrera and Prince Fielder playing that type of home run or nothing else mentality. I think there's got to be a balance. There's got to be an in-between. I don't
You know what I like and you don't see that much?
Huh.
A guy hitting one in the gap and digging around first to try to stretch a single into a double or something like
aggressive
that.
base running.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. I love aggressive base running, base stealing, manufacturing runs, moving up the runner. I love that kind of baseball. And, it's turned into – it's interesting that you bring up 68 because that was the last time back-to-back no-hitters were thrown.
Right.
And Joey brought that up in his news today. So it's interesting.
September 17th and September 18th of 1968.
Yep. And it
All
was,
right, fellas, I don't want to hear about the stats. What can we do about this? What can be done? You got any suggestions?
I mean, bring back the juice ball. Let's do that then. Chicks dig the long ball, so let's go back to it.
But you just bitched about the home runs a minute ago.
Yeah, but if we're trying to solve the problem, like I'm a realist. Like I don't have to like it, but if everybody else loves it, if everybody else loved Mark McGwire and loved Barry Bonds and loved Sammy Sosa and loved following that, because that's what reinvigorated baseball back in the 90s, because after that strike, it was damn near dead, right?
Yes.
It was damn near dead. So the long ball came and everybody got excited. It was must-see TV. So juice the ball again. Who cares?
Or what about juicing the players?
Yeah, dude, I pitched that on this show and I got reamed for it.
So you want to juice the players?
I want an all-steroid league.
Okay.
That's what I want.
At least you're honest about it.
Yeah, no, like, if you're on steroids, cool. This league's for you. If you guys want to push the human body to whatever limits you think it can go with the shoving shit in your veins, this league's for you. You guys want to play straight up? This league's for you.
Now, are you going to be one of those bleeding hearts when the steroid players die at age 40?
No.
Say, oh, man.
Grown-ass man, you know what you're putting in your body. I don't care what you do. Like, if you're the one reaping all the benefits, you're getting paid millions of dollars, and you know your life is going to be cut short, hey, this is America, baby. You do what you want.
You know, I'm proud of you today.
Oh, thanks,
You know
Terry.
why?
I did it.
Because whenever it's, what's Stick like? Say, he's a little bit weak and soft and mushy, but not today.
You think I'm weak and soft and mushy?
Let's say you're more considerate than your average American. How about that?
Oh, okay. I'll buy into that.
But not today. I'm proud of you.
Not today.
No, I'm very for whatever people want to do to their own body, go ahead and do it. Just don't tell me what I have to do with mine and how I got to act.
Let's do an all-cheating league. That's great for the kids.
Who cares about the kids?
It's amazing. That's what sports is all about.
What did Michael Jordan say, Corey?
F them kids.
Yeah, fuck them kids. Yeah, what's up, Fish?
So you touched on it, Stick. They deadened the baseball this year, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Easy solution. Undeaden the baseball. And it's not that hard to figure out. You guys want to watch home runs? Undeaden the baseball. You saw what they did in 2020 and 2019. Maybe slightly undeaden it.
Yeah, I'm more of a fan of that than what they were talking about, moving the mound back and doing all that. Like don't change the dimensions.
But you know, if you're swinging and missing, does it even matter what the baseball's like? I mean, you could have a super ball up there, and if you're missing the ball, what does it matter?
Do they have stats on how much they juice the ball and how much they undeaden it? Like cut that in half.
They claim it's never happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Wink.
Yeah. Okay.
So you don't think all these no-hitters are good for baseball at all?
Well, I think the lack of action is what's hurting baseball again, because I know we have a different society, and you want to see something happen every 30 seconds or whatever. That's why the NBA is huge. That's why the NHL is huge. That's why NFL is huge, because you know something is going to happen on every play. Baseball, I mean, you can go there, and I understand that old guys like me are like, you know, it's a chess match, and I like it, and that's wonderful. But younger people just, I don't think they like it.
I like baseball, Terry.
Do you watch?
Let me say
You open your
I know.
You don't watch.
I've watched a little baseball.
When's the last time you watched an entire game start to finish?
Probably 2 years ago.
Okay.
Once July comes, there's no basketball, there's no hockey, there's no whatever else there is, I will watch baseball.
Okay.
It's at the bottom of the barrel.
But I'm the same type of guy that'll watch a 5-day cricket match, so of course I'm going to watch baseball.
Okay, all right.
Me and Fish were watching sumo yesterday, weren't we, Fish?
We got a video on that. Wink, wink, 950.
All right. Oh, that's a little preview to Fish's Facts coming up at 9:50. Terry, another topic that you wanted to go over was Matthew Stafford is in the top 5 for MVP consideration for the NFL. And I want to get your thoughts on this when we come back right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand.
Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech. The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
It's that emotional support we get during breaks from Fish that really brings things together.
It makes me feel good.
Yeah, it really brings things together. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network. Thank you guys for watching the live stream on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch this morning, and commenting and being a part of the conversation. One guy said, you look like a jazz club owner this morning. Terry?
Maybe I bought one last night.
Ooh, Baker's? We going to Baker's?
Yeah, Baker's Keyboard Lounge.
Let's do it. The oldest blues
I also
and jazz.
think I can look like an artist, even though I can't draw.
I could see you with an easel in the park, like drawing a dog in the distance.
I need a mustache to go shoot like that.
I had a handlebar. What was that? Like 6 months ago? I was doing the handlebar thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you use wax?
I was to that point. Yep. And I could get it. Mine turns pretty good.
You know who probably has that?
Chad.
Joey's place up in Fenton.
Oh yeah, and Chad.
Yeah, I bet you they have it.
Chad's got beard wax and stuff here at Lady Jane's too, so you can't forget that. Okay. So you sent me a text about Matthew Stafford and Lamar Jackson being tied in the MVP for the NFL, like I guess prelims or whatever you want to call it.
I have never heard Matthew Stafford in the conversation for MVP in the league, unless it's from some real big lion slappy. So now he leaves to go to LA, and I think it's just another sign that people view the Lions as a minor league football team. Now all of a sudden he is the number 5 choice preseason MVP with Lamar Jackson, a guy that's actually been up for the award, a guy that you think about that could win it in the regular season, not the postseason, of course. But I think it's I don't know if it's a slap in the face of the Lions, or if it's just disrespect for this franchise. It hasn't done much. That now we're talking about Matthew Stafford as a possible MVP.
Yeah, well, we went over the Pro Football Focus rankings of quarterbacks and where they have Jared Goff, and we asked the question: if you put Goff back on the Rams, is he higher on that list? Because they have Stafford at 11 and Goff is like 26 or 28.
26. Goff is 26, and I think Stafford was 10.
11. He was just outside the top 10.
Okay.
And honestly, We'll find out this year, because isn't the true definition of an MVP if you take them off the team should go to shit, and if you put them on a different team, it should do so much better?
Make your absence be felt.
That's part of it. Or you go on the field and just kick ass so much, it's like, man, he's winning. He's putting up yards. I love watching him play. And, yeah, if he's not on this team, maybe not for shit, but it's like a mediocre team, because in the NFL, every team is supposed to win between 6 and 10 games. So are you good enough to add those 2 games from 8-8 to 10-6 or 11-5? So that's what MVP is for me.
I don't think Stafford's an MVP. I've watched him for 12 years. I think I got a sample size. What's that?
Is he an MVP candidate this year?
Oh, well, yeah, apparently he is, but I just don't. I don't see him elevating that team so far beyond what they already are that it's going to be like, oh my God, what a difference it made to add Matthew Stafford to this team. Because to me, you take Lamar Jackson off the Ravens, they ain't got anything. You take Stafford off the Rams, they'll still be okay.
And actually, the Ravens thought about taking him off that roster. There was some conversation about the Ravens moving on from Lamar Jackson because now they got to pay him. And the theory in the NFL is if you're paying a quarterback big money, you can't win. So Lamar Jackson is going to enter that stratosphere now.
Yeah, the end of the rookie contract. You got to re-sign him for a ton of money. Plus, they already don't have a lot of great offensive weapons. They're in a tough spot because they're so pot committed to Lamar Jackson, but that's it. I mean, that's his value. They built the whole damn team around him. Stafford's just kind of a plug-and-play guy, which, according to Pro Football Focus, McVay just loves that he can now throw a little more deep passes. And it's like, okay, is that going to really put them over the top?
Well, once again, coaching plays into the success of a player. The plays that you call, the situations that you're in. If you have a running game, it helps a quarterback.
Yep.
So, what have they always tried to do here with Detroit? Let's get Matthew Stafford some weapons. Let's make it easier for him. So maybe in LA he's already got those weapons now, and he's going to be a better quarterback. Now, you already think Stafford's going to be better than Goff because, I mean, the Lions are the ones that got the draft picks, and in addition to Goff. So I think the NFL is making that assumption that Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback.
He has more talent than Goff. I won't go and say he's a better quarterback than Goff. Because to me, those are two different arguments. He's got better arm strength, yes. Is he a better overall athlete? Probably. But we look at quarterbacks, game managing is also important. Stafford is also more talented than Tom Brady, too, by measurables. But the intangibles are what we're missing.
Okay, I disagree with that one. You also have to factor in thinking the game, and Tom Brady is well ahead of Matthew Stafford on that.
Right.
But
that's not a tangible. It's not something they measure at the combine. I guess the Wonderlic test, but outside of that.
They should. Well, it's not necessarily the Wonderlic, but it's like thinking the game.
Right.
That is a part of it because, sometimes you're back there and you throw into double coverage. You know it's there, but you're going to do it anyway because you think you're a badass.
Right.
So let me ask you a big question, Mr. Lions fan. The middle of November, here on the Morning Wood network, will you be bitching about Jared Goff?
If he plays like shit, yeah.
No, that's not my question. Will you be bitching about Jared Goff?
I'm not sure how to answer that question. Well, what am I basing it on?
You're basing it on what you think of him as a quarterback, what you think of the Lions as a team, what you think of his potential as a player. Will you be bitching about Jared Goff? And since you can't answer the question, I'm going to answer it for you. Yes, you will.
Okay.
You will be bitching about Jared Goff in the middle of November.
Terry, he thinks the Lions are going to be 8-5 at one point in the season.
Oh,
that they're
that's
going to win
right.
6
So
games.
he won't be.
So he won't be bitching.
They started off the season 0-3, according to me.
Exactly.
I know I won't be bitching about Jared Goff, but it'll be for a different reason. If he's successful, then hey, the Lions won. They were able to get rid of Stafford and they brought in a successful quarterback. If he sucks, then hey, the Lions draft pick goes higher, and then they can cut bait with him at any moment without minimal risk on the cap.
I mean, one thing we gotta realize is who the receivers are that he's got. So it's like, what are we measuring as success for him?
We're measuring a guy with low turnover rate, a guy that puts your team in position to win, because I don't think you're going to have a season where you can look at him and say, man, this guy is really good, because the team is going to suck. When somebody wins MVP, what is one of the first things they say or they credit? My teammates.
Yeah.
So this guy, in my mind, can't have a good season because of his teammates are lacking. Look, the year that Stafford passed for 5,000 yards, that's a hell of an accomplishment. Here in Detroit, we bitched about it. He's just, padding his stats and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't mean anything. You know why? Because the team was bad. He had key turnovers.
Yeah.
So it's not just the individual. It's about the team also. But we have low expectations, so.
Yeah, I'll use this for Adam, and he'll appreciate this comparison. Matthew Stafford in Detroit was Russell Westbrook. That's exactly what he was. Monster stats, put him up, but when it came time to win a playoff game, when it came time to win a big moment, couldn't get it done. And Adam and I go back and forth on Russell Westbrook. We both agree he's a good player. I think he's better than Adam gives him credit for, and this is kind of the conversations I have with Stafford, too, and Stafford fans, is that, yeah, great, he put up a 5,000-yard season. What does that matter, though?
Terry, I got one for you. I like to call Matthew Stafford Kirk Cousins with a better arm and better looks.
Yes, because I know people in Minnesota, and they bitch about Kirk Cousins, too.
Kirk Cousins is like 15 on Pro Football Focus list, too. Like, that high.
Stafford's better.
Stafford's better than Cousins. I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Stafford's a bad quarterback. I just don't think he's the best quarterback that Stafford fans want me to believe he is.
Well, we have such a low threshold here. And when people say, well, he's the best quarterback the Lions have had in the last 6 years. Yeah, that's true. But we're looking at Eric Hipple. We're looking at Rodney Peete.
Scott Mitchell.
Scott Mitchell was a disaster,
Andre
too.
Ware.
Oh, my God.
I can go on and on. Mike McMahon, Joey Harrington. We could do this all day, Terry.
Right. So, it's like Corey winning the Mr. Body contest.
Man, that ain't happening.
At the old folks' home.
Atta boy.
Yeah, he won it, but damn.
You still won it. That's all that matters. You still won it.
I just don't see how people are such Stafford apologists, and the guy has gone 7 straight postseason quarters without a touchdown.
It's cause them stats.
Because he is the best we've ever had, and that's where I think people get confused. It's like, yes, he's clearly the best quarterback we've ever had in a Lions uniform.
I love this guy. I need this version every single day. You should use that same analogy on Jim Caldwell.
Don't get me started. Jim Caldwell was the best thing to ever happen to this organization. We pissed him away for
fucking no.
Oh, okay. Who's better? Who's better? Who's better?
How about Wayne Fonts?
Wayne Fonts? Okay.
Teach him, Terry. Teach him.
Wayne Fonts won a playoff game.
One more than every coach put together in Lions history until
he also
before
had Barry
1957.
Sanders. He also had Herman Moore. He also had Chris
Calvin
Johnson.
Shit, Jim Caldwell.
Hey, I don't know.
Jim Caldwell didn't have Calvin Johnson his whole run. He retired after his first year.
Year 1, which was the year that they peaked under Jim Caldwell. They went 11-5, and they fucking choked out of the playoffs, and they choked the division away. Don't give me that shit.
Don't give me that shit. He's the best coach the Lions have ever had.
He's the best coach my fucking
Okay,
ass,
well, what
man.
does that mean? Stafford's the best coach the Lions have ever had. The quarterback the Lions have ever had.
Use that same analogy you use on Matthew Stafford
here is
for Jim
something
Caldwell.
you guys don't want to say. I'm going to go down the line and repeat after me. Joey. The Lions are a bullshit organization.
Terry is a bullshitter on the Morning Woodward show.
So you can't
the
say
Lions
it.
are 60 years proven of a bullshit
can't say
organization.
it.
They are.
I got you, Terry.
We all know that.
Repeat after me. The Lions are a bullshit organization.
I'm not going to say that, man.
See, Corey, the Lions are a bullshit organization.
Hey, don't make that. That's a pro football leader of America.
Oh, keep
Hold
that
up.
to this
No,
side.
he's
Hold
in the
up.
Hall of
Lions
Fame.
are a
He's okay.
bullshit organization because they offered Matt fucking Campbell an 8-year contract.
So this is the only man here with balls on here.
Ain't no balls. He's over there reporting bullshit.
Iowa State.
That did not
God
happen.
damn it, just hire me as a head coach if we want to be bad. Holy shit.
If that would have gone through, I would have been on board. But it did not go through.
Okay,
Listen,
how
it's
come
fake
you guys
news.
can't say the Lions are a bullshit organization?
Because I still love the
Because
team.
I don't think they're a bullshit organization.
Why
Because
not?
if they take off their pants right under their balls, you're going to see a Lions tattoo.
How'd you know about my
you know
Lions
about
tape tattoo?
No. This man here, I asked him a critical question. What have the Lions ever given you?
Memories.
And he was like, nothing much.
PTSD.
But, no.
Memories.
He did mention one thing. The press conference with Dan Campbell. He mentions a damn press conference of what the Lions gave him the last 40 years or whatever.
Yeah, because I appreciate, like, this is what you know. My dad grew up in New Mexico. No professional sports teams, period. He never went to a professional sporting event until he was in his 20s because of geographic location. We are lucky to have the Lions. And if you don't believe me, they may not be the best organization. I don't care. You guys can call me a homer. Look at the fucking Browns when they left Cleveland.
This is not the point Terry
Look
and
at
I
the
are
Browns.
making.
Look at the Browns when they left Cleveland, even though they didn't do shit in Cleveland. When they left and won a championship in Baltimore, I don't want that here in Detroit. And that's
we are
why.
not saying we don't want a football team. What Terry and I are pointing out is this organization is
bad.
Completely trash.
Up until this year, I'm just going
They
off
were
from
going to
my.
hire Matt Campbell. What are we talking about?
I'm going to go from my perspective of watching
Come
the
on
Lions.
here, high pitch, Corey. Come on now.
up until this year, the Lions were not run like a real football team. They were run very mediocre. Actually below mediocre. They were run below average. So right now, up until this point, that's correct. They were trash in every sense of the way. Now we're about to see what's going to happen this year. But still, up until this point, you still got to go off of what they recently were, and they're a bad organization.
I need Terry's impersonation of Adam. But they were gonna hire Matt Campbell.
Yeah, Terry, what do you think about that story that came out about Matt Campbell, the coach of Iowa State, that supposedly the Lions offered, was it an 8-year deal too? Before they hired Matt Campbell.
You know what?
Dan Campbell.
I
his
cousin.
I sort of don't believe the story.
You don't believe? Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's one of those stories that you either, if you hate the Lions, you're all in and you believe it. I'm not sure if that story is accurate.
That's one of those, the clicks were low, I needed something.
I have a really good theory on this, actually, if the story is bullshit. But my only issue with it is that Dave Burkett came out with it, so I don't know. Having said that, my theory is
Dave Burkett actually did not come out with the story.
then
He
who did?
quoted somebody else.
See?
But
Get
he
your
published
facts
it.
straight.
But he published.
No, so hear me
Well,
out.
but if it's out there and it's a juicy
of course
story,
he's going to cover it.
you publish it.
Allegedly reported.
Well, you guys told me that he reported. Anyways, beyond the point, my theory is that Matt Campbell is looking to take an upper-tier head coaching position in college football. And what he did was his agent threw it out there that the Lions supposedly offered him that much of a contract in that year, that amount of years, and he's trying to leverage it. It's that simple. I'm sure they talked to Matt Campbell. Whether or not they offered him a contract, I don't know. Having said that, for me, that's my theory, is that his agent's trying to get his boy hooked up.
And the thing is, if you're the Lions, you can't allow that story to come out, or you can't acknowledge that story, because everybody you draft, everybody you hire is always your first choice, because you want them to feel comfortable, you want them to feel loved. Let's say Penei Sewell. Let's say they really wanted somebody else. They will never admit that, because this is our guy. This is who we love. This is our number one choice. That's why teams always, and the draft was like, oh my God, I didn't believe it. I didn't think this guy was going to be here. They go, their heads are wobbly and everything. So you have to make it seem like this was family. This is, I looked at the whole draft, and I looked at Trevor Lawrence. I looked at everybody and said, you know what? My guy is Penei Sewell. I don't give a fuck who was there. This is my guy. And this is something that you have to do in sports. That's why in sports we're lied to every day.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
And look at Chicago. Chicago made a ballsy move. They traded up 10 spots, and they got their guy at number 11. Whether anybody likes it around the league or not, in that organization, they felt that was our guy. If he was going to be available and we could trade up, they were going to do it, and they did.
Well, and that's also a save your ass kind of move, too. Like, they know if they don't get their quarterback in and quickly because they traded up to get Mitch Trubisky and threw away some other shit, then they bring in Andy Dalton, they brought in Nick Foles. Like, it's like, all right. And what it does is it buys them more time, which Patricia and Quinn could have used to their advantage last year if they took a quarterback. Like, oh, well, we know, it's our project. He's for the future. You just got to give us some more time to develop him. And to me, that's what Nagy and all them are doing in Chicago. It's a cover your ass situation.
I like to get on Nagy because I think he made a horrible decision this past year. Having said that, he does have a winning record with Mitchell Trubisky as his quarterback. So
he would have if he would have left him in the goddamn lineup instead of pulling him when he was undefeated.
Yeah, like I said, he messed up.
Dumbass.
Yeah, but one of those ones is against the Lions. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. But still, man, to me that was...
I'm sorry to cut you guys off. Stick, you can't trash Kirk Cousins because I believe in his last 6 games against the Lions, he's 6-0, or it might be even 7. So let's not go there.
I don't give people credit for what they do against the Lions.
Big accomplishment.
Oh, why not?
Because if that's the case, I'm jerking off Amir Abdullah.
So Lions are a bad organization.
For one game.
Yeah, against the Lions.
The Lions are a bad organization.
There's only 2 touchdowns that season.
PJ Walker, best quarterback in the NFL.
PJ Walker, okay, he whooped our ass too. Like,
hey, if Mitch Trubisky only played against the Lions, he would be in the Hall of Fame by now.
That's right. But you can say that for pretty much everybody. If they only had to play the Lions, they would probably be in the Hall of Fame.
And why is that?
Because we haven't had the best teams on the field, Terry.
Oh, so it's a bullshit organization.
Those are 2 different things, man. Like,
you can't say it.
No.
Okay, how about this? The Lions are a below-average organization.
The Lions are a below-average organization.
All right, bam.
Yeah.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah, but they're not bullshit, man. They try hard, okay? They're doing
Millen,
the best they can.
You know
They're trying hard now.
The Detroit Red Wings try hard. That's why Jeff Blashill remains as coach.
Hey, that's Steve Eisman. Whatever Stevie Y says, we believe in.
What's up, Fish?
You know what else is 2 different things?
What?
The over and under versus the spread.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yes. Atomic Dog, I heard that. Atomic Dog is right on this one. Even if the Lions are underdogs in every game, you can't put on there the over-under as 1 or 2. Because the way Vegas works is you're trying to get half the bettors to bet under and half to bet over. So you can't put on there, okay, Lions over-under 1.5. Because everybody's going to say over. And then they'll win more than 1 game or 2 games, and you'll lose your ass in Vegas. So Vegas is very strategic. They're very smart. So they put 5.5 because a lot of people like you are going to say, they're going to win more than 5.5 games.
8.
8, right. And then there's
still a losing record.
And then there's people like
No, my whole argument with that is Vegas is kind of showing that they're leaning towards the under.
No, that's not what you said.
Yes.
What you said yesterday.
No, that's exactly what I said yesterday.
Don't start that shit.
You know what?
You made it very clear that you said your exact words. Vegas has the Lions going 0-17. Why do they have it at 5.5?
Which is under, Adam. Which is the under. Which is literally what I just said.
Go back and watch the tape.
That doesn't mean 0-17.
I did not come on here to start shit today,
Yes,
believe it or not.
You come out here to start shit every Thursday. And that's okay. There's nothing.
I want everybody to hug.
Fish is over there like, please put the camera on.
No, but
Fish.
that is the case. Like, Vegas has them 5.5 wins. That's your over-under. But what Vegas is cluing you in on by never having
the Lions are a bullshit organization and they're a bad football team.
That's pretty much what Vegas said by saying these guys couldn't win a game if I was betting on every single game.
Hey, I love Terry's laugh.
That's his I started it and I'm walking away laugh.
It is. Got the Atomic Dog going. Even got Stick going over here.
Yeah. That was a fun conversation yesterday. But to me, that shows that Vegas, even though they're saying 5.5, they don't believe. If Vegas was to bet the over-under, they're taking the under.
But you are going to bet the over.
I probably will, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
I probably will. Because when I mentally go through this team and compare them to last year's team, they're better.
Okay. And here's another reason they're going to be better. Like, the defense may not have Veteran players are going to be better. But I think schematically is going to make that defense better.
Yep.
Because you had the Matt Patricia, let's bend but let's not break. Let's not pressure the quarterback. In the NFL, your job as a defense is not to stop the opposition because you can't do that. Your job is to take the ball away, get in the quarterback's head, and Matt Patricia was like, nah, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, it was give them time and let P.J. Walker pick us apart. I like that they're moving to a 3-4. I like the defensive pieces that they've added, the 2 defensive linemen. We've talked a lot about the linebacker that they took. He's gonna hold down the middle. You expect Okudah to take a step forward. You expect the scheme to be better, like you said. So that takes care of the defense. Then we move to the offensive side of the ball. The offensive line is improved. We could have a top 5 offensive line, which we haven't seen here in Detroit since 90-91.
True.
Our wide receivers took a small step back because
small step back?
Drastic.
Non-existent drastic, brother.
How is it drastic? Galladay didn't play last year.
They have the 32nd best not even 32. They have like
Dude,
the 50th.
the only thing we lost was Marvin Jones. That's it.
Kenny Galladay.
Amendola. Galladay didn't play. Amendola was dog shit.
Jared Goff is about to be throwing the Myra baggers.
Jared Goff is throwing to Joey.
I'm the slot receiver on the Lions this year.
Only receiver that I know, him and Cephas.
Honestly, you think losing Marvin Jones, this is that huge of a drop-off in the wide receiver core?
I think he's a good receiver.
Marvin Jones was a good receiver.
Now you got... Here, I'm going to steal a line from the Atomic Dog. You've got shit receivers now.
No, Tyrell Williams, when he played for the Chargers, he was a serviceable wide receiver for them before he got injured. So if he can return to being healthy, Quintez Cephas will have more of a look this year. We saw last year when he was starting in place of Galladay, he had 10 targets, 6 catches in his first game. He can get open. You got Amon-Ra coming over the middle.
Geronimo Allison or whatever that person's
forget
name
Geronimo.
is.
I'm not even going to mention his name.
I've got a proposal here. Stick. You are no longer the not the host of this show now.
Okay.
We need to call Allen Park and put you in charge of public relations over there.
Thank you, Terry.
I gladly accept. Thank you, Lions.
Listen, Sick. What you need to understand.
I wanted to be the press secretary for the last president, so I can handle the Lions.
This wide receiving core is the worst in the NFL. Yes, it has some guys that will develop over the years, but this season they're going to be really bad. So you can't, with a straight face, look at that schedule and tell me outside of Philly, Cincinnati, and Denver that the Lions have any shot, maybe even Atlanta, of winning more than 5.5 games. They're gonna.
I've said it.
Their
I've
only
gone
way
over
of
it,
winning,
and I've had a straight face the whole time.
Look, schematically, they're going to be a lot better, just like Terry said. Their main focus is getting out ahead early and running the ball and abusing how good of an offensive line they do have. Having said that, when they play the good teams, they're going to fall behind. And when you fall behind, you have to throw the football to get back in the game. And you know what? Jared Goff is literally throwing to 4 Joey Namaths out there. So it ain't going to look pretty.
Oh, it's going to look good.
So our record last year was 3-12-1 or 5-11. What the hell were we last year?
Their record was 3-12-1.
Oh, okay.
You didn't play.
Yeah, I didn't play. And you're telling me that this team is worse than last year?
I said they're going to win 5 games.
Boom. There it is, Terry. Better
Nobody
than last
is out
year.
here saying that the team won't improve. They were so bad last year, you could add Fish on the offensive line and they would significantly improve.
If we were to win 5 games, that's actually a worse team than last year because they added another game to this season.
No, if they won 4 games, it would be worse.
No, 5. We won 5 games last season.
No, you won 3.
We won 5 last season.
Yeah, we won 5 and 11.
Yeah, they won 5 and 11.
5 and 11. 3 and 12 was the year.
So now we're going 5 and 12. Come
Yeah.
at me, Terry. Come on. You messing with me.
But that's what I'm saying. So, okay, now the wide receiver, I don't feel it's a massive drop-off because Amendola didn't do much for us. Galladay was never healthy. So Marvin Jones is the only big loss. Hawkinson's returning for his 3rd year. Obviously an elite tight end. Swift is back for his 2nd year. Our backfield is much better off. We have a quarterback that can run play-action pass better than anybody else in the league. So, that's
I like
why.
what you said there.
What's that?
I like what you said there. The quarterback, Jared Goff, can run play-action pass. He can do one concept of it. He can go and fake it to the running back. When he turns around, who the hell is he going to throw the ball to? Please explain to me.
And is he better than Matthew Stafford?
At play-action pass, yeah.
No. Is he better than Matthew Stafford?
once again, are we talking arm talent or are we talking game
no.
manager?
Overall,
So yes,
better
yes,
quarterback.
Yes,
Is he
yes,
a better
he is.
quarterback?
Yes, he's a better quarterback. Yes.
You know,
One's been to a Super Bowl. One won a playoff game last year.
Honestly, I don't like bringing this up because I like to respect everybody's opinion. But do you really think for a goddamn second that Sean McVay, one of the best head coaches in the NFL, and that organization over in Los Angeles would trade 2 first-round picks and another haul of picks and Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford? If they thought Jared Goff was better than Matthew Stafford, come on, guys, what are we doing?
What did they trade to get Goff?
What do you mean?
What did they give up to get Goff?
They drafted him.
Yeah, but what did they get? What did they have to do to trade up to get that draft pick?
They had to suck. They were one of the worst
No,
teams
they
that
gave
year.
up 2 first-round draft
That's
picks.
fine.
Yeah,
And he took him to
so
a
they
Super
gave up
Bowl.
the same thing for Goff that they did for Stafford. If that's your
It's
argument,
different drafting a rookie and trading up for a rookie than trading for a 12-year vet over a guy who took you to a Super Bowl. What are we doing?
Because
Oh
you
my
don't
God.
know
Derry, help me.
what a guy is
You
when
need
he's
help.
in college. But you know what? I would have to point a gun at your head a year ago to say that Goff was a better quarterback
Thank
than
you.
Matthew
no,
Stafford.
you wouldn't have. No,
I
you
would.
wouldn't.
I would
I've never
have.
been a Stafford slappy. Never.
It's not being a Stafford slappy. It's common sense. The guy's a
Just
better
to say
quarterback
he was
than
better
Goff.
than Goff.
I'm sorry, man. When a 26-year-old has been to a Super Bowl, won a playoff game last year with a surgery thumb, has led grown men to the promised land, but not quite to the top, and then we got our guy, who, Corey, how are we doing playoff games with Matthew Stafford?
He's gone 7 straight postseason quarters without a touchdown.
But it's about the weapons.
But he's better.
It's
I will say this.
about the weapons.
I will say this. And that was where I was going to go.
Yeah, Calvin
with.
Johnson,
I think
not a
that-
weapon.
I think when you're comparing Goff and Stafford night and day, I think has more talent and more ability than Jared Goff. I think that the difference between them is when both of them have proven that, hey, when you have Stafford with a good team, and this is something he just alluded to in the LA Times interview, he had good teams, but he didn't get the job done. When you put a good team around Jared Goff, he's proven that he can get you to a Super Bowl. So that's where I think that's where the difference is between the both of the quarterbacks. Stafford is a better quarterback, but Goff is shown that he can win if you put parts around
Corey,
him.
you're over-exaggerating Goff just a little bit. You have to keep in mind, not only did he have a top 5 defense all of his time in Los Angeles, he had Sean McVay.
No, he didn't. That's a lie.
Yes,
It's a lie. When they went to the Super Bowl, they were the
not.
15th ranked defense in the
Top
league.
5. They were top 5.
When they went to the
Oh,
Super
my
Bowl, they were the
goodness.
15th ranked defense in the
Okay.
league. Look it
Okay,
up.
Fine, that's fine. He's had a very good
Well,
defense.
don't lie.
Okay. Well, holy shit. Let me talk 1 second. No, I'm not going to let you get away with this. Jared Goff had a very good defense, a multitude of weapons, and a great, not good, a great head coach and a great organization. Matthew Stafford, on the other end, had a shit organization, bad head coaches, average coach in Jim Caldwell, and that's about it. So don't.
So is it
let's
Jim
not compare.
Caldwell fault that Matthew Stafford fumbled twice in the fourth quarter in the Cowboys game?
No, whoa.
Yes,
Is it
he's
Jim
a horrible
Caldwell's fault?
coach, Corey,
Is it Jim
you know?
Caldwell's fault that Matthew Stafford? Oh my goodness.
In the words of Corey, that'd be the officiating.
No,
That's the reason why that happened.
But honestly, Adam, I'm really sick of this narrative about Goff that he only got it done with an elite defense. LA
I
had an
didn't say
elite.
only
You
an
said a
elite
top
defense.
5
You cut
defense
me
this
off
whole
after
time.
the first sentence. I
Because
told
you
he had
were
an
wrong.
elite defense, an elite head coach, an elite organization, elite weapons. It's a full team. The Rams are so good. Like, don't underestimate how good the Rams are and their head coaching
When
staff.
they went to the Super Bowl, they didn't have the Rams defense that they do now. So
when they went to the
making
Super Bowl,
saying-
Jared Goff took a shit on the field and couldn't score a single point for his team.
they made it to a Super Bowl, Adam.
Okay,
A Super Bowl.
that's fine.
With the
Did
number
that start
We're
all
going to
this?
complain about Stafford's performance in the playoffs, but we're not
with
going
the
to
number
complain about Goff.
15 ranked defense. But no, like, dude, you can't say he's had a top 5 defense his whole career, and that's why he's been good. Because when they made it to the Super Bowl, 15th, that's middle of the pack. That shows that he can carry a middle of the pack defense to the Super Bowl.
He didn't carry them. Holy shit.
Well, the 15th rank wasn't getting you there,
Man,
so
I
the
love how
offense
you're giving
probably
Goff
did.
all the credit. It's
We
kind of
can
amazing.
have this. We can have this argument, but you got to look at the weapons who Stafford has right now versus who Goff has right now to throw to. Yes,
yeah,
we have
Goff's-
a good line. Goff's got so many. Stafford has so many weapons now there in LA. Goff, who the hell does he have to throw to?
I just listed
those
them.
comparisons don't do anything.
Listen,
All right,
Tom,
let's look 5 years down the road.
Okay.
Who's going to have more playoff wins, Goff or Stafford?
Stafford ain't lasting that long.
Goff. What Goff has now will be more than Stafford ever has.
So Goff is going to have more playoff wins 5 years
Oh,
from
you guys
now
are
than
fucking
Matthew
on
Stafford.
something. Holy shit.
Joey?
I'm going to go with Goff as well, actually.
Goff has what, 5
Terry,
in his pocket?
you got a bunch of homers up there. I can't help
wait,
you, man.
How many does Goff have in his pocket right now? At least 5, right?
We said going forward, not previously.
Oh, no, that includes their whole career.
Okay,
so
man.
Stafford has to make up 5 in the next 5
He's down
years.
5-0.
Right.
No, it's 0-0 right now.
So you're starting from right now. Okay.
From this point forward. High pitch Corey, who's going to have the most?
You already know where this is about to go.
You already know.
No, I think that Goff is going to have more playoff wins off of this. I don't think that Stafford's going to last long enough to even get to playoffs. I think that at some point between this, between the seasons, he's going to break down before he even gets to the playoffs. So that's where I'm going with it.
So you're going to break down, or are they going to say, this guy's just not good enough for what we want to do here?
I think he's going to. I don't think Stafford's going to hold up to lead the Rams to a playoffs.
Yeah. Did you hear about all the injuries he was hiding this year for the Lions, and we didn't know about his torn rib cartilage and all these other things that he didn't.
We knew he was injured. We just didn't know what.
But think of all those injuries, and that he's not getting younger and he's not getting healthier. So when he goes to LA, there's gonna be dings, there's gonna be dents, and he's probably gonna relive the same thing it's been the past couple years here. He's not gonna be able to finish a complete season.
I don't understand this narrative of Matthew Stafford not being able to play over his last, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seasons. He's only missed 8 games, all of which came in 2019. He played every game in 2020, every game in 2018, 2017, 2016, 15, 14, 13, 12, and 11.
Yeah, look at the last 2 years.
The guy is always injured and hurt. He
the
plays
last
every
2
game.
years.
Plays every game. The last 2 years. He played all 16 games last year. How are you using the last 2 years?
What about the year before, Adam?
He was hurt. He played 8 games. He missed 8 games. What?
Well, there you go.
I'm
You
worried
can't
about it.
misspeak like that and say, well, look at his injury history when he's only been injured significantly 1 time in the last 11 years, and that was in 2019.
He just admitted he was injured all of last season.
He gets on the field. Brett Favre was hurt all the goddamn time.
And
we don't say shit about Brett Favre.
Brett Favre was a winner, though.
Every quarterback is injured.
Thank you.
At the end of the year.
Thank you. Every single quarterback has these injuries, whether they come out and say it or not. They're all injured.
God, you honestly
know what you need to do?
not want to be a Lions fan with how
I want
to
to take this young man into the Lions locker room on a Monday. Everybody's walking in there like they're Uncle Joe. They're like, oh my God, I can barely make it. Like, they can't practice on a Monday. Everybody's hurt or injured or whatever.
Violent sport.
Every NFL athlete.
The bottom line is Stafford's missed 8 games in the past 2 years, and he's...
Don't say in the last 2 years. He missed 8 games in 2019. He played 16 games in 2020.
2 years.
Don't use it in context as if he missed a game in 2020.
You just tried to use 10 years
wrong.
for
No,
your
you're so
context.
goddamn wrong, and you're misspeaking.
You just tried to use 10 years,
just
bro.
Stop. Just stop.
And you know what's funny is he controls the show right now, too, with all them buttons. So he can say, what are we doing here? And then hit the button and get the camera off of him.
We need to have a weekend show, Stick in the Atomic Dog.
Yeah, we've been pitching it, man. We've been pitching it. That's how this whole damn thing started, was me and Adam arguing every morning. Stick is being Adam. Damn it! Ah! Now
I think it's funny.
No, it's good. And, Adam and I disagree on a lot of things because I see things with facts and logic. He sees things with,
Who's this dude right here? DC8091. McVay, elite, question mark. Dude, how about fix your spelling, number 1? Let's get that figured out. It's MC, capital V, A-Y. All right? Second of all, if you don't think this guy is elite,
get your facts straight before you call him out.
Playing in one of the hardest divisions in the NFL, still manages to win it. Get that shit out of here. Won a playoff game last year with a shitty broken thumb, backup, and Jared Goff. Don't give me that shit, man.
McVay's been figured out.
Figured out? Man,
yeah.
I wish Dan Campbell and Jim Caldwell were figured out, and they could win us playoff games and get us to Super Bowls. God, give me that shit.
No, apparently going to a Super Bowl doesn't mean shit to you, right?
No.
That's winning divisions.
Jim Caldwell took us to a Super Bowl? Jim Caldwell took us to a Super Bowl.
Jared Goff did, and you don't seem to care.
Jared Goff took the Lions to the Super Bowl?
He took the Rams.
We're talking about the Lions.
He took McVay, the guy you're just stroking.
He took McVay.
Do
you know what Jared Goff looked like under Jeff Fisher?
Has McVay been back since Goff left?
Do you know what Jared Goff looked like under Jeff Fisher? He looked like fucking Sam Darnold. All right? McVay walks in, makes this guy an MVP candidate year 1.
Jeff Fisher is also a shitty coach.
So is Jim Caldwell. So is Matt Patricia.
We're not allowed to use bullshit or shitty. He's a mediocre quarterback. Come on.
Who?
Now.
All right, well, Terry, thank you for coming on and stirring up some shit this morning.
I enjoyed it. This was fun. I didn't even have to talk today.
Appreciate you coming on. We got to give a shout out. Did you already do Northwestern Tech, Joey? I forget where we're at in the show.
No, we just pushed all our topics back. So I'm going to give a little shout out to Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech. Because this is a 10.5-month hands-on HVAC program. So if you're thinking about starting a new career, like I highly recommend Adam over there, dude, because dude just talking out of his ass over there right now. But northwesterntech.edu is where you got to check out right now. Why you switch that camera on me in the middle of this? northwesterntech.edu.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network. Thank you guys for waking up and being a part of the show this morning. We're on every morning, 8 to 10. Baligian and Bell is up next from 11 to 1. And then, of course, The Hook from 3 to 5. But right now, it's 9:50, so that means one thing. It is time for Fish's Facts. Let's go, Fish.
Is it time?
Yeah, it is.
Fish!
Go fish.
Fish Facts.
It's fish!
Let's get it, buddy. What you got today?
Today's Thursday.
One more day,
One
buddy.
more day of the weekend. We got another big weekend as always. A bunch of finals happen this weekend. We'll see 2 champions this weekend. So very exciting. We saw a video as always, and we'll have a backstory on the video. I was in my office, not my office, but the office I go in anyways. I was there, and Stick came in to talk and give us his wisdom. And I was watching day 11 action of sumo, and I found out the Stick was a massive sumo fan.
I do like sumo, yep.
Which I didn't know that. So Terry Foster, I don't know if you're a sumo guy. You're going to see sumo for the first time. It's Japan's national sport. It's a big deal. So Stick, tell me when the video's up on the board.
It's up right now. They're just
up
boom,
right now.
They just hit.
Yeah. So
Hand
it
fight.
is. So Terunofuji is on the left side, and he is going to win the fight. So very good job.
Man, look at them titties on him.
Dude, and I was telling him yesterday, like, these guys could be millionaire offensive linemen, but when they're in Japan, they get treated like kings. Like, they bring them concubines, they feed them, they're just sitting there eating grapes. Like, it's like old school gladiator stuff. I love that.
Yeah, are they eating grapes or they eating fried chicken?
They're eating everything.
They're big boys.
Yeah, so the guy who won is 11-1. We'll see if he can continue. They end on Sunday. We go to facts, and we start with basketball. The San Antonio Spurs, who, ouch, not looking so good if any of you are Spur fans. They have missed the playoffs in consecutive seasons for the first time in franchise history.
Wow.
So, they're not looking good.
That is crazy. The first time in franchise history?
Yeah.
That's a team you always remember being
Yeah.
a good ball squad,
So,
though.
they're not looking good, Stick, but you know who is looking good? LeBron James.
Oh, God.
Yes, sir.
He got the longest 3 of the season. That's number 1. Number 2, he makes his first make in the game's last 9 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And the
What a
greatest
dominant
shot
player.
in the NBA play in history.
I love it.
Yeah, that is the greatest shot in NBA play in history. Hopefully it'll be overshadowed tonight.
We'll see. We got another good game tonight. It's Wizards and
Pacers, I think.
Pacers.
Yep.
Thank you. We go to baseball, where we have no-hitters. I was hoping Joey did not steal my fact, and he did not. The last 4 no-hitters have all come in the last 15 days. That's tied for the most no-hitters over a 15-day span in MLB history. 4 no-hitters over a 13-day stretch was 1917. April 24 to May 6 of 1917.
Wow. That is crazy, man. That is really a crazy stat.
Who's getting the no-hitter tonight?
The Tigers. Oh, yeah, Adam. The Space Dogs, baby.
Yeah, you guys got a doubleheader. Good luck.
Doubleheader tonight, starting at 7:30 at Drake Park if you guys want to come watch some elite-level softball.
We go to today, which is May 20, Thursday, the 1900, a long time ago. The Olympics, second Summer Olympics. opened in Paris, France. They lasted for 5 months. Why? I don't know, but they did. And Paris will host in 2024.
Nice.
And then LA in 28.
Nice.
1960, there was a baseball game in Milwaukee. They postponed due to dense fog.
That's tough to play baseball in dense fog.
It is tough to play baseball in dense
Can you
fog.
imagine just taking a line shot to the face?
That'll suck. I've got hit in the stomach before.
With a baseball?
No, with a it's like a hard ball.
Okay.
It's not a baseball. It's like a hard,
like a lacrosse ball.
It's a hard ball. Whatever. Not a lacrosse ball. It's like in the middle between a lacrosse and like a very hard ball. It's like a practice. I don't know. We go from a GOAT earlier to a GOAT. Michael Jordan, named NBA MVP in 1991.
Yeah, he dominated.
He did dominate. And we go to 2003 where Lorene's World Sports Award was announced in Monaco in 2003. Lance Armstrong was named the sportsman, later to be denied that because of his scandal in cycling. Did you guys watch that documentary, by the way, he had a couple
I did
ago?
not see his documentary, no, but I do remember him doping and it being a big
deal. I saw bits and
deal.
pieces of it. It was pretty good.
Okay.
Serena Williams won the sportswoman, and the Brazil men's national football team or soccer team in America got the team award of the year, whatever it is. And those are the facts. We'll be back for Friday for some awesome fun. Very excited for Friday and the weekend as well. So, exciting.
Exciting. It's almost the weekend. Fish comes in on Monday, and he's like, guys, 5 days to the weekend. Like, that's the first thing he says on Monday.
I try to look forward to anything I can look forward to the weekend. I try to look forward to that.
Uh-oh, what you got, Corey?
I hate to do this to Fish, but I don't know about the Spurs one. The Spurs, because the Spurs missed the playoffs last year.
He said for the first time back to consecutive years.
years. Oh, yeah. But they're like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's the first time in history consecutive years.
That is,
Yeah. Don't fact check Fish.
He's never wrong. If I'm wrong, I want to be told I'm wrong. So, thanks for that, Corey.
And how about this one? Lions have missed the playoffs for 60 years. First time in consecutive history.
First consecutive years. All right, let's do Joey's dumbass of the day.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he was on the field.
When he crosses too many timeouts, it's a technical foul.
Dumbass!
And the Nationals get the win last night, 4-3 over the Cubs at Wrigley Field. But a guy by the name of Davey Martinez goes to first base and rips it out entirely. I love seeing this. He got ejected.
Yes. Go ahead, Davey.
Don't break your toe.
Holy cow. This has to be some...
That's my favorite thing about baseball.
Yes.
Yeah, baseball temper tantrums are the best, man.
Don't break your toe.
It's like in a basketball game.
This has to be some World Series carryover, right?
It's like in a basketball game if you just go there and just rip out the basketball hoop somehow.
Right, or like Bobby Knight throwing his chair across the court.
Right,
Like,
love it.
Baseball, when they argue and stuff, and I was kind of worried about that with COVID, and now that they're going to more robot umpires, like what are they going to do? Go up to the robot and scream at it and then go kick dirt on home plate?
They'll try it. These GMs
Well, now
are
you have
crazy.
replay, which takes away from the umpire kicking dirt on the umpire. I used to love that.
Yeah, that was one of my biggest bitches about Ausmus, to be honest with you. Like, he never got fired up. He was just like, all right, just walked out slowly, said, we want a challenge. Like, you need to come out of that dugout with fire. I used to love when Leland would light people up, man. That's part of the culture of baseball that's missing.
Yeah, but you have replay now, so you're not going to see that fired up manager as much now.
I like it, though. I want to see more of it. We got to get rid of replay in baseball.
Okay. Fire it.
Give it back to the umpires. So that's your dumbass of the day, Joey?
Davey.
Huh?
Davey.
Davey? All right. Well, thank you guys for waking up with us this morning on the Morning Woodward Show. Terry, thank you for coming in and just being a little ball of energy, getting Fish fired
I
up.
didn't do anything today. That was you guys. You guys got all fired up.
That's all you. It's what happens when Adam's the producer. Because he's got control of his mic and he can pop in whenever he wants. Normally, he's in the keyboard warriors doing all that stuff, like talking a lot of trash. But today, we got to hear it live and in person, and we love that. So thank you.
I had a front row seat and I had a good time.
So, thank you, Adam, for doing the producing this morning. Fish, thank you for doing the sound engineering. Corey, Terry, Joey, myself, Stick, you guys have a great Thursday. Beautiful weather out today. Get outside and enjoy it.